Alright. It is currently like noon on a Sunday. The Sandlaw Chiefs and Leads meeting. It's happening. 30 minutes. So we're gonna go get food for her and Dr. Okay. And then head down to Eclipse. Oh, not the little sad emoji. Hello?
Hello?
Hi there, sorry to bother. Are you, up by the pancake parlor?
I currently am not. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I was just gonna check before I,
Yeah,
just
it's fair.
dipped. Yeah. Alright, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. Bye.
Take yourself out of the directory if you're not gonna be here. Anyway, Painted Moon. headaches. Come on now. It really does look black, is the funny thing. Sigh. Hello.
Hi, what can I get you?
Hi, could I get a full moon combo with one Vanta Black, one iced lunar brew, and two bacon, egg, and cheese croissants, please?
Coming up.
Thank you.
Can I grab a state ID?
Yeah. 16257.
There you go. And Fit will be on the tray with an extra freebie for you.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Yeah, you as well. Excuse me? What the hell? Damn, Barrel Wisdom. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, he. I was talking to.
Yeah, but you get bitten by a dog.
Dr. Fera, 1041.
Hello.
Welcome aboard.
Hello. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You're so early. I love this.
Ugh. I know. I have your food, by the way.
You have food?
I have your food, yes.
Oh.
Would you prefer a cinnamon roll or a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant?
Bacon, egg, and cheese croissant.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Oh, Lord. Oh, doors. Sorry, I'm yelling at myself.
Nah, you're good. You're good.
Yay, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Can't you tell?
You're just brimming with it.
Hey, did you do a surgery on a guy named Odin Falk for broken ribs?
Odin Falk. When would this have been?
Yesterday?
No, I did not have a surgery patient yesterday.
Or the day before?
I don't think
Or
I
one
was.
of these days?
No, I wasn't around the day before. It was not
Oh.
me.
Okay. Because he came in today and I guess was telling us that he had a surgery and blah blah blah. And then when Luna checked for like the medical report, there was no medical report. And then he was like, "Yeah, I was a doctor with purple hair," and I was like, "Well, there's only very few of those."
Hmm.
So it's
Dr.
you, Mercy, or
Gregson.
maybe Sasha.
Maybe. No, if I
But Mercy
take...
was the one that took care of him.
Yeah. If I take someone back to surgery, I write a report, but yesterday, I think I'm just running the day back through my head. Give me a second.
You're good.
Echo 303, 1012 for the 13 Alpha.
No, I don't think it would have been me, because I would have been like, oh, broken ribs, yippee! The ortho doctor, I love doing
Yeah.
that shit.
I think I made a coffee and I left it in the kitchen. I'll be right back.
You're good. Neve Austin. Rice and... Oh, that would have been nice. That would have been nice to eat at. 'Cause it's new. Oh my god, it is sparse. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hi, Indy.
Morning, Ellie. How you doing?
I'm so tired. I'm gonna go up to the roof a while
Okay.
and gather my thoughts.
Don't blame you.
Echo 3323.
Yum yum.
You know that little cat that goes yum yum yum. Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Mm-mm-mm.
When did Sargon get a ponytail?
What?
When did Sargon get a ponytail?
What do you mean?
Has he had it this entire time and I've just never noticed?
Sargon has a ponytail?
Yeah, he just... You know the same... A really similar ponytail to our resident, DeMarco?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Sargon!
Sargon! No.
Sargon!
What the freak?
Buddy! No. Not the...
Oh, we have 4 minutes.
Oh, goodness.
I'm scared. I'm honestly really scared, and
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
Because right now it's Mercy, you, me, and Ellie, 3 of the most passive, chill people.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna scoop you, and we're gonna go out to them.
Okay. Carry me away, my friend. Ellie just has gone up to the roof, so...
Maybe we should do that too.
Hmm.
You turn.
Whip it around.
Whip it around.
Whip it.
When I tell you I set like 15 alarms and then I woke up to like the last one.
I believe you.
Like I don't I heard every single one of them, but I just turned them. And then at the very last one, I was like, okay, I'll wake up, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I had an alarm set for an hour before, and that's how I woke up. That way I could have a snack.
Hi, Ellie.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going, beautiful?
I'm so exhausted.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
These are EP hours. Why are we awake? Savage.
Because Randy.
Randy.
Yeah.
Who the hell is Randy?
Randall.
Oh,
Oh.
never heard anybody call him Randy, and that's
I
funny.
call
Me
him
either.
Randy. I don't know if it makes him angry or not, but I think it's hilarious calling him
376
Randy.
eclipse with
I
3
call him
seconds.
Randall because it's
Caution
like
EMS.
I always think about the Randall.
We are all about to
A
enter
cow's
Maiden Village. The lovely
outside,
people are going to see Nancy and then just tell them to come
and
back
then
whenever they
and then
complete their
it's a cow
bandages.
farm.
Okay.
There's gonna be
10
cows
4.
outside. That's what I think about
Thank
every
you.
time I see his name.
Oh.
Indy?
Oh. Indy? Oh.
I pulled out my phone for a
God
split
bless.
second, and I was mortified.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
My bad.
it's okay.
Hello. I was gonna mark myself busy in the city hall out.
Oh, that's a smart idea.
Then mark myself busy on dispatch.
Where did Mercy go?
Is she around that way?
I don't even know.
She's gonna
Howdy.
make me walk all the way
Yellow.
over there.
I feel that.
Oh.
Me
Sunday,
too.
huh? Yeah, it must be a Sunday. Hello? Hi, Randall.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
it is Sunday.
It's definitely Sunday.
And tomorrow
Mercy's over
is
by the couches.
Monday.
Monday.
Monday is so bad.
Oof. I
That
don't
is
want
true.
Mondays. God damn, no.
What?
No, I just gotta figure out the message to send to Anna.
Oh, what
I
did
have
you
a
say
good
to
one, but it's probably not very professional.
Well, let me know. I'll consider it.
Kick rocks and slap dick.
In
I
that
think
order.
that's
or-
Yeah.
very professional.
You know, it might be professional.
What did she say to you?
She's just asking this. Well, basically, so you're testing on animals? I do not like the way she wrote my name.
Why?
She just misspelled.
Oh,
Caspar.
It's disrespectful.
Caspar.
I'll take it to my grave.
You're gonna put Caspar
I didn't
on
want to
your
go
grave?
this way.
I swear to God, if someone puts it in the grave.
let's move on over to the couches in the corners so that anybody coming up the elevator is not going to hear
Yeah.
whatever we're talking
Okay.
about.
Just some privacy where we could talk very, very openly. are you doing, mac and cheese?
Huh?
How are you doing?
What?
What?
Huh?
Who?
Huh?
Huh?
When?
What?
Where?
Why?
How?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Alrighty. Hello, everybody. I kind of wanted us to
Hello.
like just come together because I thought, we have Q's resign. I think making sure we're all on the same page, we're supporting the same narrative is really, really important for us going forward. Understanding, what kind of tier we have now as far as, how things will tier up in reporting, what we do and don't oversee, getting clarity on that. I think it's just important for us as a leadership team of the hospital. And then if we have any concerns, there's some things I've caught this morning that I want to push out as like a notification to all of our doctors. Just some things I've caught in reports and everything.
Hmm.
It's been fun reviewing reports this morning.
Oh boy.
Alrighty. So this is just free forums. Everyone speak up. The first thing I'll bring up that I do have knowledge on is EMS. We do not oversee EMS. I know that Q did as Surgeon General. That reporting goes to EMS High Command. So Shay, Viv, Sargon is also now apparently a lead there. So items need to be taken to that team. So if you get a complaint about EMS, do not investigate it yourself. Do not ask questions. You are simply going to tell the person they need to go to EMS command and address that. That is not our place, not us chiefs of medicine, not you as leads. That needs to go directly to them and then if they need to confer with us, they need to collaborate, we can provide that.
Yeah, Viv's always good at handling that kind of stuff. I guess I never actually dealt with Sargon in that capacity before. And I'll be frank, I
Sargon
haven't
is
seen
fairly
Shay in a
quick.
hot minute.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Shay's probably not going to be your most communicative because she hasn't been as present. Sargon's pretty quick with it. I think just recently they kind of brought him back into the leadership fold, so I think he's taking initiative with it. Viv is pretty much black and white, and she doesn't want EMS to seen in a bad light, so she will nip things in the bud very quickly.
Yeah.
So that is one thing to note. As far as reporting structure, now that Q is gone, the chiefs are in charge of the hospital. So if you have a major issue as a lead that involves high profile things such as corruption, information being shared, druggings, if it requires an investigation, those need to be taken to a chief. Do not independently do those yourself as leads. That's one of those items you tier up. If one is not present, text us. I know most of us are checking our phones even when we're in the apartment. And so we try to stay on top of it as good as we can. The reason that structure is there is both for legal reasons, to protect the hospital, and to make sure that it doesn't get spread out to the community. Because as you can see, we have a lot of burner accounts on Twinsta, and we have a lot of fucking nosy people in Los Santos, and we just don't need to be feeding the bear. Any questions there?
Rabble, rabble,
I
rabble.
have.
Rabble. Also, when it comes to Q, if people have questions as to Q's resignation or why she left, she resigned. It's not to us to sit there and give them a novella as to why she left. I will say that me personally as a chief, if I find out that any of our doctors or our leads are bad mouthing her, you will get fired. She did enough to build a foundation in this hospital
Man, she's
that her
really
name will not be
ragging on
dragged through the mud, at least when it's brought to my
Olivia, Indy,
attention.
and Mariana here.
Please don't talk bad about my sister. It will make me cry.
Yeah, she
Don't make Ellie cry.
she did a lot by herself that was supposed to be she was supposed to be in the position we're in now. There was supposed to be 4 people on the same level as Q, and she did it all by herself because never turned up after that first week. So yeah, anybody wants to talk shit about Q, they can find another place to work.
Hmm. And if you hear people talking about it, you need to correct it, tell them to stop. If they don't, you bring it to our attention. Like I said, if it comes to me and I hear it, I'm firing. It's not going to be a hey, stop. We're not going to entertain it, because one, she doesn't need it, and we want to foster an environment that if she comes back, it is healthy for her. She built this. No one else can take credit for that. She's the one that laid the foundation. So if you have something against her, too fucking bad. Handle that in your personal time, not here. As far as issues in the hospital, one thing, and I think that we're all really big on this as chiefs, I think we could share a united front on this, the four of us, and then John also feels this way. If you have complaints, do not circle jerk it. If you're just going to talk amongst yourselves and not bring it to a chief to be fixed, that's an issue on you. That does not help the hospital, it doesn't help the team, and it doesn't help us to where we can get it corrected. So if there are issues that are ongoing, you need to bring it forward. That can be team member related, it can be operations related, but you need to bring that to a chief. If you're just standing there complaining and talking amongst yourselves and bringing toxicity, especially as a lead, you are held to a higher standard of making sure that the culture of this place is healthy. This is a job, it's not a life, okay? We don't need to be sitting here. Let's say that I have an issue with Ellie, and instead of taking it to a chief or taking it to her directly, I'm just sitting here and talking to Indy about it. That does nothing except make an unhappy workplace, and I'm sorry, I don't want to come to work and be unhappy for the hours that I'm here. We are very fortunate. I don't think you all realize how well our faction is ran. When you have to go and do ride-alongs with officers, or you become very close with them and hear how their departments are ran or other departments among the state, we're very fortunate to work in a healthy one. The issues that we do face tend to be minuscule, but they tend to get blown up sometimes. So I'd rather just rear them off early rather than have them continue into a bigger issue.
And that has been true for a very long time as well.
The one complaint we get the most is there's no chiefs around. We're always available. I am around a lot, a fucking lot. And so that excuse is null and void. You could talk to us, you can reach out to us via text, you can call us, we are here to support you. That'd be like me saying when I work in the mornings by myself, well, nobody's here. That's just not reasonable.
That's something I feel like we have to keep hammering home to people as well. You know, even if we're not on duty, you can always text us.
I think
Another
a good
thing, go ahead. No,
I
you're good.
think-
Go.
I think a good thing to maybe start doing is when people say like chiefs aren't around, question them on it. Well, what do you want them for? See where that kind of conversation goes. Even as a lead, you can do that. Like just get an idea of what they want. Do they just want the presence? And even if it's they just want the presence, what kind of impact would that even make? Like it's not going to do anything different. And just kind of guide that thought process into their heads. Just kind of a gentle reminder of us being at the hospital, or reaching out via a text isn't any different if they need anything.
And that goes for you as leads. If you have issues, questions, our line is always open to you. Come to us with them. Let us help you. I think one thing, and this is one thought, and this is something I think we need to talk about. I think one thing we need to look at is getting more doctors hired. And I think we need to get creative with it. I don't think it just needs to be application. I think we need to build a job fair and get some fresh talent. We need some that we can fast track, and we need some that just have experience that we can bring on. They'll learn through onboarding, but we need more doctors in EU and we need more doctors in AU. Those are times that we'll always struggle. We know this. Let's just be transparent. So like AU is going to be crawling with doctors, but I do think we need to get more physical bodies because we have a lot of hours that are going uncovered as of recent. And again, people are getting burnt out. It's like I told somebody that applied, we don't want you working 12 hours a day. We don't want that. You know, if you can give a few hours a week, that's amazing. But also to make that work and to cover the city, we need to have more bodies.
The
That's
couple of
basic.
times that we've done job fairs before, they've not exactly been huge recruitment points. It might have to be more of an ongoing campaign rather than a single big event.
Yeah, it's basically like an Ouroboros. There's never-ending cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Those times will always be desolate, no matter how many people we hire. Yeah, we've had like 10 people, 8 to 10 people around during early AU, or rather late AU, early EU times. Literally nothing has happened. Everyone's just losing their mind. Now we've moved things around, made Saber. We'll try to keep people's brains active, not just sitting around mindlessly. But yeah, it's always nice to have some good amount of reserves there. Currently, what do we have? Like 43 or so.
AU is currently basically one because there's two
Well,
on
and
there, but
I was
Maggie's on
about
the
to
other way.
say, let's not even look at roster. Let's be honest, and Leeds, correct me if I'm wrong. If we look at active doctors that I see in the hospital regularly, there's 10.
Sounds about right.
Sounds
Yeah.
about right. Yep.
That tracks. Yeah.
So I know we got good roster number, but in actuality,
I mean, we don't. We don't even have
Exactly.
good roster numbers.
yeah, in actuality, we have like 10 that are regularly present. And so I think combining, I think we need to be regularly advertising. I think we just need to pull out the stops of getting more people employed.
Well, we also need
Yeah.
to also find just doctors as well. Ship them in. Go worldwide with the hiring fair.
Yeah, only thing I can address on that topic of our doctors is I'm trying smile. I hire a lot of people and conduct interviews a lot of the times. There was talks about a job fair, there was a discussion about it, and then it went nowhere. So that's my only concern is if we're going to have a job fair, it needs to actually be planned.
No, I would like to have one at the end of this month.
Yeah. I agree. But whoever's going to coordinate that, I can help with it. But I know it's not only going to be me.
Mm-hmm. Yep, no. I want to have one at the end of this month, and I can sort of spearhead and work with you and whoever else wants to work on it. But I want us to go ahead. Because here's the thing. I think we're going to have to sort of pull out all stops for recruitment at the moment. I think people, have a lot of misconceptions about Sama and about doctor work. And so I think we just need to educate and get more bodies in here.
That's what I was gonna say is like some sort of PR to deal with all of the bullshit that Polito people have thrown on
Mhm.
Twinsta.
Not a bad idea.
Because with all that
mean-
drama, I mean, really, who looks at Twinsta and goes, "Gee, Willikers, I want to be a doctor. These seem like respected people."
Yep. And there's campaigns we can do. We can do like meet your doctors because we have people that do go out in the community. I mean, Indy with you and your food truck, Olivia, you doing the residency program, Ariana, you doing testing. And we're able to use the faces of our people to show that we are out in our communities. We do have strong relationships. So that could be part of that campaign is, I mean, these are people you're gonna be working with. These are people you're seeing out every day. They're patroning your businesses. They're citizens of Los Santos. that's just
Yeah.
one thing to be brainstorming on. I think it's important for us to, like I said, we're very limited right now on staff, and we definitely need to grow that so that we don't burn ourselves out.
Yeah, a job fair is, you know, not a bad place to start, but definitely need to temper expectations. I guess it's actually been a while since the last government job fair, but I remember the last one. I think we maybe got one hire across the entire 20-hour fair or something.
Okay.
Besides recruiting more, is there something that maybe we should organize for the doctors we do have, just to kind of boost morale, bring everyone together, get
Treats.
some sort of treats, maybe a beach day, some sort of
Yeah.
just
I
something?
had
We've been
a,
meaning to, go on.
when I did the like reviews at the end of either January or February, I had kind of polled everyone and saw or like gathered, what would be like a reasonable like a pat on the back per se of a good job. Some people wanted like personalized things. Some people wanted like a beach day. So if we could like maybe pull a couple things or like one or two things from that list, I think that would be a good place to start maybe.
Yeah, we've been talking about, a beach day or some kind of event like that for a long while now. We just actually have to do it.
I mean, besides the Christmas party, I think the last time we really all pulled together for just doctor shenanigans was when Q gave us our bicycles.
Oh, God.
I think that was the last time.
That was a fucking long time ago.
So yeah, definitely activity. I also think that having those, like the team building ones, would be really good. I think we also might need to, like once a month, maybe have even some educational things. One thing I'm seeing, especially with our newest doctors, and this is what I was talking about having like a notice about, I'm seeing struggles in reporting, things being kind of lazy, people not being attached, tags not being filled out, police custody not being marked, like little things that I think that they just are not putting into regular practice. Even just making sure that all the bandages are tight before a patient leaves. I've had to tighten so many bandages over the past 2 weeks, and I go look at the report, and it wasn't Nancy that treated the person. So just like having almost like a refresher day for the team, and also be able to explain here's the expectations, because that also is reputational equity for the hospital, and we're here to help the citizens go out and enjoy their day and be healthy to do what they need to.
Need to start whipping people again.
Basically,
Bring out
like
the
I
fursuit.
mean, well, like there's things that I'm seeing mannitol being a default, but nobody doing MRIs. I'm seeing people not look at allergies listed for people. Again, it's little things, and I know that we're thinking like, do we really want to harp on that? But at the end of the day, we kind of do, because it could turn into a big thing.
Okay.
Yeah, if people ain't doing the basic stuff, that's
have
definitely
there
something
been
we
any
have to
court
address.
cases though?
I'm gonna sue you, Casper.
You're gonna what me, huh?
I'm gonna sue you.
Oh my god.
For what?
Everything.
Is there any EMS rounds to
Better
check
not.
on Nora? And have
1
Nancy
second.
assist you?
Affirm.
Okay. We're just all in a meeting right now. Have Nancy assist you with Nora.
More than likely, Sargon, she might be wanting to be discharged. We kept her overnight because of difficulty seeing. She already has a wheelchair, already has medications. So.
10-4.
I know what we need. We need
Thank you,
tandem
Sargon.
bikes.
Appreciate you.
Oh, God.
We need
Yep.
what?
Tandem bikes. Bike day número 2.
No,
I'm
that would
never
be
riding a bike
horrible.
with you.
No, no,
That
no.
would be awful.
Yeah. Doctors need treats. I'll make
Never
them
riding a bike with you ever.
I would,
What do you
but I
mean?
think it would end in ICU.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you end up falling down a mountain last time you tried to ride a
Hey,
bike?
I don't want to talk about
that
it.
was me.
Oh.
I never fall down mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Always fall down mountains. But that's one thing I will say is if you have something, like I said, I'm gonna build a notice and put it out there to all the doctors because it's just a few things. It's a little too much for the text thread. If you have something you want to add it to the notice that you're just noting as a theme, please send it my way. I'll put out the notice tomorrow, so I'll collect things throughout the day.
You mean a bulletin?
Yeah,
General reminders
yeah,
on
because it's
stuff
just
is
so much.
always gonna be helpful, like the doctor review tag, sorry, and properly requesting lab work from SABA, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Also,
So let's go
fucking
ahead.
transplants, making sure people are doing the legwork beforehand on that.
Yep. Matt, because here's the thing. There's a lot that goes to a transplant. It's not like I just get to like plop an organ down. There's matching, there's looking at the health of the patient. Is it sustainable? Have all their avenues been exhausted prior to doing a transplant?
Yeah.
I know me and Randall have seen in the past few weeks people rushing into a transplant.
And this stuff is in the SOPs as well. It's not like it's not written down anywhere. So,
People don't read.
well, people are gonna get slapped.
Maybe we need a
Like-
reading day.
We really do.
Y'all
I've had a lot of
seriously.
instances.
Read the SOPs. Do a quiz after.
Yeah,
Well, it's
I
like
just
I had a resident yesterday that they were talking about pharmacy stuff, and I said, "You're too new to think about pharmacy stuff. Instead, I want you to read this." And I just pointed them to an article. I was like, "Stop that and do this."
I mean, it's always good for them to be prepared. However, they need to wait for pharmacy stuff for a person to teach that to them. It's always good for them to read up on pharmaceutical stuff, even if they're brand new. There's bigger things to focus on, but they should never be doing pharmacy stuff by themselves.
Are we
Because,
going to-
God
sorry.
forbid, we get another Dieter Cole situation, and if it's one of my residents, I might throw them off the top of this roof.
Are we going to find somebody to fill in the pharmacy lead position?
It's a good question. It's something we haven't discussed. I'll be honest with you. One concern, and I actually talked with Q about this prior to her resigning. I'd like to get to know the thoughts of the group. I feel like we need our pharmacy cert back because I'm finding in reports people do not understand medicine. I'm seeing people with brain bleeds being given ibuprofen. I'm seeing heart
Oh,
patients getting
God.
ketorolac to take home with them. And these are like fundamental things that even if you just look at an interaction tracker, you could see that these are not good to prescribe to people. I think we need a little bit more before somebody's just giving medicine out, but that's my opinion.
I don't disagree in principle, but in practice, that means a lot of folk ain't gonna get the medication they need at all, because the pharmacy counter at the front is still broken, as I understand it.
But our census of doctors is so small right now. It may incentivize some people to actually read and learn.
Mm-hmm. And it can even be a qualifier, and this is just a thought on our residency program. It could be a qualifier
That's
that you
what I was
have to
gonna
get
say,
your
yeah.
pharmacy rec before becoming full doctor.
That's not a bad idea, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to go that route, I can make that happen. A lot of the issues with the pharmacy cert before is people would look at it and be like, an application, fuck that shit. I'll just never give pharmacy things ever out. Which
Actually, we make it a requisite. I think it has to be a requirement that to become full doctor, they have to show full competency of pharmacy.
And what would we do with the full doctors that have no fucking clue with pharmacy things? Do we want to push them back through training? Do we want to have them on a specialized training with just pharmacy stuff?
Yeah. I would put them on specialized training, and they have, like we set the time, 3 weeks, 1 month, whatever, to get that, and otherwise they get bumped back down to resident.
Okay.
It takes
think,
one case to mess us up on. I mean, we saw how the whole Diedrich thing was. That was a fuck.
Yeah.
I think mostly like Schedule 3 and over the counter should be in the training program there.
Any of the medications, almost all of the medications on the medication list are taught to our residents. Everything to do with the pharmacy is taught to our residents. This is how you make medications. This is what some of these medications do. It's, you know, through residency programs, it's not going to be like, okay, this is this medication and this is what it does. Now you have to remember this or you aren't going to pass that. I still don't remember medications. Medications is one of the hardest things to remember. So that's kind of that. I mean, we teach them how to do pharmaceutical things. It's just as of right now, not required for them to know what medications do besides like the baseline stuff like ibuprofen and the stuff that we give out on day to day.
I think we could like build 5 baseline questions around the most common injuries that we see come through the ER. So, like, what pain medication would you utilize for a patient that is had a head injury? Obviously, got potential brain bleed. See if they know that. I think that we could test it that way. You don't have to know everything pharmaceutical. I mean, there's things that I still use my Greater Pacific Tech textbook for, good old GPT. But I think being able to, in the moment, especially in the ER setting, think of what needs to be administered. I think that's important.
Especially for the common stuff, yeah. When to give something and when not to give something. If that's covered for the common stuff, I think that would be sufficient at the very least. As well as training people to make sure that if they're not 100% sure, to actually look it up before they prescribe something, because they can take their time with it. Take a couple of minutes to, double check things before they actually do the prescription.
Yeah,
It kind of
it's
sounds like a pattern is people feel like they have to be rushing with stuff, it seems like.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, it's always encouraged. I know that I and Indy have always told residents that if you don't know what you're doing with pharmacy stuff, don't fucking touch it. Um, because it's a very I don't want to say strict, but it's a very tedious process where if you give the wrong medication, that's either someone's life or your job, or it could be both.
Or both,
Um,
yeah.
so I always tell them if you're not comfortable with touching that computer, then don't touch it. If somebody tells you to make a medication and you're not comfortable with it, tell them we're not going to force you to make medications. I would say medications in terms of the residency program is one of the hardest things to get a pass on because it's a lot to understand. So there definitely is that training there for the residency program. However, I do agree with some of the full doctors that we have now. Even some don't understand fully what medications do. And that can either be at home research or it can be a specialized training thing with the residency program. The residency program doesn't always necessarily need to be, okay, new resident, we train them. It can be for different training which are housed within the residency program. It's just what do we need is necessarily what stage we're at right now.
I think the problem becomes once they get that full access to pretty much just touch the pharmacy whenever they want with no supervision, they kind of have that Rumspringa experience where they can do whatever they want whenever they want
Mm-hmm.
once they're out of their residency and they kind of go hog wild.
Yeah, some things I notice, especially in pharmacy, and I can even cover this in the bulletin. I notice not checking what drugs interact with each other. I get that one a lot, where I have to look at a person's profile and they have two conflicting medicines that do not play well. Or things, like I said, for a like head injury that has a brain bleed, I'm seeing aspirin or ibuprofen. Like I said, I see a lot of heart patients that are like saying that they have pain, but they're giving ketorolac, which is not good for, especially one that's had cardiac arrest or bypass. Um, so it's simple things like that that it takes 1 minute. You know, we have great resources. I've shared my GPT textbook with everybody. Um, I think they just need to slow down and make sure that they understand what they're actually handing out.
Yeah, it's not a matter of how well you're teaching them, it's a matter of like how well they're
Mm-hmm.
retaining it afterward, I think is a good way to put it.
And applying it, because some
Yeah.
people, you've taught them well, they've retained it, but they don't give two fucks. You could be the best teacher and them retain everything you said, but them still just be a lone ranger and do whatever the hell they want to. We've seen it.
Yeah, I've also seen it. One thing that I think should be included in your bulletin is using the textbook, because I know I think it was with Chloe, who was just promoted yesterday to full doctor. Wow, so good. Um, the few last days of her residency, I was like, if you don't know something, use your textbook. She was like, what? I was like, what do you mean, what? It's like a lot of us, almost everybody in this hospital uses our textbook every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's again, like Ellie said, it's no matter how good we teach them, some people are just fuckers and they don't want to give it the light of day. So that's a little hard. But I think in your bulletin it should be very encouraged to use your textbook, because I know I do every day and I know everybody does.
Yeah, I mean,
Nope.
nobody can be an expert in every field.
Nope.
Mercy hasn't shared her textbook with me.
Yes,
Really
I have.
intrusive thoughts.
I have given you this, you bitch.
Oh my god.
That's an intrusive thought.
I put so many
Wow.
copies in the armory, you just have to pick one up. My alma mater probably thinks I'm crazy. Greater
Armory?
Pacific Tech is like, who's getting all these textbooks?
We got guns now in the armory.
They don't give a shit how many
Huh?
textbooks you get as long as you spend the money on the textbooks.
Yeah, probably.
True.
Okay. So, open floor. What else do we want to cover? This is a time for us all to get on the same page and, look at the direction of the hospital going forward.
I have a few things on a list here. First one I think we've kind of covered. Running this whole bitch as, a group. Pretty much covered there. I think
Yep.
we're all on that page.
Okay.
The legislation specifically mentions the Surgeon General role in a fair number of places. A couple of us are probably going to have to sit down with somebody from the DOJ. My first thought on that is probably Joy, and hammer out what that's going to look like going forward. We probably want to replace the Surgeon General with either like the board of directors or chiefs or whatever we want to call it. But that is probably something we're going to want to get sorted sooner rather than later, because a lot of the legal power of the hospital is tied to that Surgeon General position, which we no longer have.
Is it Jerry now?
It could be
Good luck
because
getting
we
in
could check with
contact with them.
Joy. We could check with Montag too, because I know Montag has helped a lot with legislation. But it could be as simple as in the interim, where in legislation it states Surgeon General. Interimly, that can also be filled by the designated chiefs of medicine within SAMA. So it could be as simple as that. So we could ask them.
Yeah, but that's we need to get that sorted out, I think. I can Send a message to, what do you think, Montag? Good for that, you reckon?
I think Montag might be a good one.
All right. I will send him a message and try and arrange a meeting. I reckon at least probably a couple of us will be there. I don't think we all need to be there for that, though.
Yeah, I agree.
The rest of it's kind of minor functional shit that I've got, but I don't know if y'all have looked at the list currently. The top 10 or 15 people on that are all people in PD custody that have all been in there over a month. And I know Q has said, PD has said they don't want them removed in the past, but I'll be honest, nearly a year for a couple of those top ones, and they're just taking up space.
Yeah, I agree. I just went through this morning and cleared 2 people out that have been in there since early March.
Yeah.
My only concern is, well, one, people like Maisie and Choi, I'm not removing because they still have ongoing treatments. I don't
Yeah, I
believe
mean,
they
if
should
they're
be
on go, it's
removed.
fine. Yeah, like, but people
A
who
lot of
have
these
been in
PD
there
custody
and
needs to be removed
yeah,
though.
been in a fucking coma for a year or whatever.
Yeah.
I think the easiest way to do that is let's do an audit of all of those at the top that are in PD custody. Make sure that their latest medical profile that should be referenced clearly states contact PD upon awaking. And then we can
Yeah, this
start
person's
clearing.
been in here nearly a year.
I can go through and do all of that.
Yeah, we can
for
have
ya.
a general policy for that, like say 2 weeks for people who are not in custody, and then maybe 3 months for people who are in custody.
Yeah,
So
they
it's
should
not like
just be moved up to grapeseed ICU.
Yeah, and it's not like we're, you know, uncovering them from the bed and shoving them out into the wild. It's just really just a beeper that's not going off if they do happen to
Yeah.
wake up. So
Yeah, because these 3 people at the top have been there before I started working here in the first place.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Yeah,
So
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I want to give Nancy a bottle of schnapps and a pillow and tell her to go at it.
Other thing, the cafe in the hospital. This is something I've been going on about for a while now, and I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I'm definitely of the opinion that the cafe here should be run by doctors as a separate food business, but you know, by people that work for the hospital. And then you know, it's something we can actually uh, have a little bit of community going on, and most importantly, you know, have control over who is and isn't working there if they start to cause trouble. I know the previous mayor was against that for reasons that nobody would divulge, but I think T might be more on board for that. So that's
It could be something we
someone I
could
want
look
to have
at
a
a
chat with.
submission to the business council for.
Yeah. And I know there are at least a couple of doctors who are interested in running stuff like that. So
I'm little opposed to it, I suppose.
yeah, how come?
I'd like rather have like we could do like just rent it out for like a month at a time, different businesses, keep it rotating.
It's a good income generation if you do it that way.
I mean, the problem with that is, you know, if they're, I mean, I guess ultimately we could have a clause that says if you cause problems, you have to leave. But we have situations where, I mean, it's the same building, right? At the end of the day, that is part of the hospital. And if we got people working there that we can't, you know, kick out because they're legitimately working there, that's going to cause issues at some point. I guarantee it.
If you do rotating, I think you'd have to draft an agreement that's kind of like a lease. It could be it could, like I said, it could be income generating. It could be that we do $2,000 to rent out for the month, and that we get 25% discount on all food for hospital staff. It's a way to look at it, but I do think they would need to sign an agreement that infringing upon anything that brings harm or, you know, legal or anything towards the hospital, the lease would be null and void. They would have to vacate, but they would not get any refund. I saw that on Law and Order.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
and
we,
explicitly state that they are only permitted to be in that certain section of
Yep.
the building.
yeah, we can cook
Yeah.
something up.
Yeah, seek out a lawyer or something.
Alrighty. I personally still definitely more in favor of it being a doctor-run business, but if that's the way that people want to go, we can make that work.
I don't think they're approving any more food businesses.
Well, and even if
Well,
they did, they have these new guidelines of needing that shit to be open 24/7. And if we can barely keep doctors doctoring, we're going to have a hard time keeping doctors
Mhm.
food in.
that part's definitely true.
They not have time for food in.
I guess the other issue there though is they're trying to have all these food places set up in their own locations, right? Like who are we gonna rent it out to if everybody has their own spot already?
I think some would like it just because of location wise. You've got people that are coming in and out of the hospital pretty regularly. I'll be honest with you, probably 80% of people that I treat in the ER, and especially those that I discharge from ICU, are hungry. So they're definitely going to keep a steady flow of customer base, I think, just from people that come in and out.
Alrighty, I think that's definitely worth having a discussion with the business council or T then on what their longer term goals for food businesses are to see what we can hammer out. And then the last thing on my list is the old on-call system. We removed that because it didn't work. Obviously, people were just taking advantage of it. But having something, and I don't have a particularly solid plan for this, but something to accomplish the same end, so that people aren't 100% of the time tied to the hospital. There have definitely been a multitude of requests for that kind of thing.
I think we could look into it. My concern that I saw when we had it previously is people would be marked on call and they'd be doing fuck all, and we'd have MCIs happening and they would be nowhere to be found.
By the time they get to the
Yeah.
hospital, the MCI would be over with.
Conveniently. And
Yeah,
so
that's always the problem, right? So,
my
like I
thing
said,
is,
I don't
if
have
we
an
do
idea,
it, we're
but
strict. And if we see someone abusing it, and I'm going to say this, and here's one thing that I'm going to put out here for you leads. What gets said here stays here. If we find out you leak shit, we'll take you out of your lead position. Because we need to be free to be able to talk about our personnel as well. So if we talk about a team member here or a policy that we're working on to put in place and y'all leak it, this isn't me trying to be mean, but we will take you from your lead position. Because we need to be able to talk as leadership. One person that abused it frequently previously was Sasha. She would always put herself on call. She wouldn't be in the hospital. She never came to help with MCIs. So my thing is, if we did a program like that again and we saw that abuse, then to me, she would no longer be able to do on call. Like if we see it happen, that privilege, because it is a privilege, gets removed from the doctor.
yeah, and I'm thinking more of a more limits on it as well. Like it's not something you can do all the time, but maybe like a few hours a week or something. And like I said, I don't have solid
Well, a good example
foundation on it
is
yet, but
Olivia, I think it was you, that called me about a ride along.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, yes, ride alongs are fine. If over the radio you see that there's an MCI, you help. And if you're on site, you go ahead and you treat that on site. It's one of those things of use your brain. You know, if you're going to get paid, then there are things that we need to be
Thanks for still through. I'm gonna
required to
run and
do.
grab some food. Does anyone need anything?
Because
Yeah.
one, we don't even have the doctor with us anymore, but Jeffy Cold Iron was another one on call all the fucking
Yeah, I could
time,
take
and you
some.
never saw him work a fucking day in his life.
All right, I'll get a large
Wait, you
order.
guys saw him around on call? What the hell?
Yeah, he'd put himself on call sometimes, but you never saw the little fucker work.
yeah, I have not seen him work at the hospital since Zona at the very least.
Yeah, he signed it in at Sandy Hospital for a couple minutes and whoosh, gone like the wind.
since we're on the very small topic of Sasha, since she's been injured, she has been doing a lot of EMS ride-alongs, but she's been on duty with that. I made sure to tell her, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, that she can do those ride-alongs as long as she's actually doing her job. Because I noticed a lot of the time it was just she was going to calls with EMS, and when they brought back a patient, another doctor would have to deal with it. And I told her straight to her face, I said, listen, if you want to go be EMS, let me know and you can go be EMS. But as of right now, you're clocked on as a doctor. You still, I mean, I get you're injured, but you can still do things. And you need to make sure that you're clocked on, you're getting paid, you need to still do your job.
How
This is
badly
where
injured
I'll
is
sound like
she?
this is where I'm gonna sound like a bitch again. If you're well enough to do an EMS ride along, you're well enough to do basic care in a triage. You can hand off the more difficult stuff.
Yeah, that's basically what I told her. I told her that she still needs to do her job even though she's doing on a ride along. And that's the expectation. And she just said, "Yes, ma'am, I understand, and I'll get to it." And I said, "Perfect, thanks." And then that was it.
What the hell? Didn't realize she was that badly hurt. She shouldn't have been working at all. Fucking broken leg and a broken wrist. How's she gonna do anything?
Classic Sasha.
It's Sasha. She overexerts herself all the time.
That's
Yeah.
not just it. Sasha also is and again, this is me. I'm speaking very openly right now. She's a social body, so she still wants to be involved in stuff, and she still wants to know what's going on. But the thing is, if she could do EMS ride-alongs, she can be in the hospital.
Yep, that's exactly what I told her.
Yeah. These injuries actually better off in the hospital, honestly.
That's my only thing with on-call is we had a few that
Yeah.
abuse the system, and so I think it has to be very firm. We come up with what that looks like, when you can utilize it, and if people abuse it, it's taking from them.
Yeah, I think something similar should be brought back because I've talked to so many doctors and their main complaint is I can't fucking keep staring at these same four walls every day of my life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I understand. However, that's why we encourage you to have an off-duty life. But I get it. I feel the same exact way. So I think something similar to be brought back,
Penelope, can you
like
ask
an on-call
Justice
thing.
Dupre if she has any dietary restrictions?
However,
That's fine.
I feel like if it is abused and we find out it is abused by a certain doctor, it shouldn't be taken away for everybody. It should be taken away from that doctor. And if
Yeah,
we see that
100%.
doctor doing on-call things with their privileges revoked, then it should lead to further disciplinary action. Because that's just defiance of authority. That's just ignorant. But I do
Yep.
believe something like that should be brought back because the complaint that I
No,
get
it
the
is
most
fun.
from every single doctor that works is these same four walls are starting to make me crazy.
Yeah. It
And
seems like
my
it
only
sometimes
response
get
is
more
me
and more.
too, but we're working on it.
I'm for it. Thank you.
I don't mind. I can draft what a policy could potentially look like and send out to everybody, and we can approve it before we roll it out.
Yeah. I just really encourage that there's something like that to be done.
Yeah. It
I
might help
believe
get
it.
more bodies around as well if they know that, at least some of the time they don't have to be stuck in this little white box.
I believe it should be similar to like applying for Saber, applying for prosthesis cert, with resident or freshly appointed new doctors. Wait a month. Let's make sure you're solid before we give you these privileges, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense. I don't think it should be afforded to residents, but I think
No,
once
definitely
medical
not.
doctor,
Yeah, no,
maybe
definitely
No.
not.
30 days.
If they're
Yeah.
Yep.
a resident and they're on duty, they should be here learning. So
Yeah, residents at this point aren't really even allowed to be on duty unless they're with an instructor. I've told them that they can come on duty and read over medical reports and SOPs if they want, but they shouldn't be coming on duty. I will let you guys know that there has been an issue with some of the residents. There's a strict process in place where you ask in the chat if anybody's available to take you, and if nobody responds or they say no, then it's a no. But there has been a resident, Hannah, and however you say her last name, who has just been coming on duty and attaching to people's hips. And from what I understand, when there was no guidance for the residency program, that was allowed. However,
No,
under
that
my
was
guidance, that will
that's
not be allowed anymore.
No, it's not
that's
allowed. It
never
has
been
not been
allowed.
allowed.
I've always told people like I don't mind you coming down and asking, but you gotta ask. Like you can't just
I'll put
clock
that in
on
the
and start
notice.
following somebody
Mhm.
around.
Yeah.
You have
There
the
are
frequently asked questions section.
Well, there are some instructors that are okay with it. Like Ember is one that will tell people you do not have to ask, but there needs to be a strict distinction made with, you know, understanding who is okay with that and who is not.
I think there
Yeah.
just needs to be consistency though, because in that case,
Yeah.
and this is where again I don't want to sound mean, but that's where Ember can pick up her little fingers and just type yes
Yeah.
in the chat that she's a part of.
Yeah. Ember and Jessica and Indy are the instructors that are active the most. And I know, like you said, Ember is fine with that. But I will talk to Ember, and there needs to be a point of consistency, because I did kind of yell at Hannah because I told her before, and she did the same thing to me. I was like, listen, if you come on duty again, you're just going to be sent off duty, because that's not the way this process works, and you're just abusing the process. Um, and she said, okay, and then clocked off duty. Hannah's also, what I observed, is a very excuse-based person. She kind of just attached to my hip, and then when I addressed it with her, she said, "Oh, I was locked in the room back there, so I just clocked on to get out of there." I was like, "That's why you're in your scrubs and you have all your medical stuff on you, right? And you're on radio." And yeah, so if we have problems with her, just let me know. Because problems are already arising, however, they have been addressed. But
Well, that
with
is
that
ultimately what
process,
the residency programs are for, right? Is to
yeah,
iron out these problems, and if they can't be ironed out, then they cannot be a doctor.
that is exactly my philosophy. Um, but the process of people just clocking on and touching to people's hips is not allowed. Now that I know it's never been allowed, that kind of rubs me the wrong way that people have telling me that it has been allowed. Um,
Yeah, no, because I'll be honest with you, even like when I get called, I'm very transparent with them, where I'm like, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to slow down. I'm going to teach you. You can shadow me. Because unfortunately, with mine, I tend to do a lot of ad hoc stuff and I get calls. I have to do a lot of police work for their clearances and then also some administrative things that kind of pull me every direction. So when they call me, I say, you can, but I'm going to be honest with you. You're just going to shadow.
yeah,
Yeah, I do the exact same thing.
that's fine. It's not really expected of people that they are getting hands-on things. It's always, opinionated of hands-on or not on the person that's instructing. Is the way that I've laid it out. If they're not happy with just shadowing, then they can go off duty. Smile is my philosophy. Um, you, it's a privilege to be here, not a right. You were hired. If you have a problem with anything, we can try to iron it out. But if it doesn't get ironed out, then bye bye. Smile.
Yeah, maintaining the quality of our medical care is by and far the most important thing. It's not something that anybody here should ever be willing to budge on. So, if somebody cannot be brought up to the standard that we need them to be, then, well, sad that they'll just have to go find another job somewhere else.
No. Anything else that we want to cover?
I think that was everything on my list. Yep.
Anyone else?
Let me double check on the residency program side of things. In case you guys don't know, this was like maybe a month ago that this was put into place. There is an inactivity policy for my residents. It's 30 days. If you are a resident and you have no contact for 30 days, and no contact meaning you're not reaching out for sessions, you have basically nothing on your resident report. There's no note on your resident report within the past 30 days, you're getting the boot. because we have 10 slots. If you're taking up a slot, you're gonna bye-bye. I just want to make sure that is clear across the board.
Yeah, we kind of have a similar thing for full doctors as well. It's just that we don't typically go through the roster every month. It's only done every couple of months at this point.
Like I recently went through on the psych side, and I have certain ones marked that will be in review at the end of April.
Yeah, there are a handful of people on the roster right now who I haven't seen in a hot minute, so I'm gonna start going through the process for them too.
A couple LOAs here and there as well.
Yeah, we got a few LOAs they can stay. That's fine. They've made the effort to, let people know they're not gonna be around.
Yeah, and I usually always reach out to my residents and like, hey, where you been? One, if they don't respond, it's just immediately bye. Two, if they're like, oh, I'll put in an LOA, I'm like, okay, cool. But usually they're just gonna get the boot because it's my policy on 30 days and activity policy is very strict. Because again, there's slots. It's not a free for all.
When they come back, they can always reapply and start again.
Yeah, they are told they can always reapply. They're not just going to be I mean, if they text me and they're like, "Hey, can I have my job back?" I'm like, "There's an application. You're gonna have to reapply because you had a spot before. Now you need to reapply to get that spot back."
Alrighty. Anything else that we want to address while we have the whole group together?
When you just to go back to that previous thing for a sec, when you remove people from the residency program, do you add a note at all to the government profile?
Yes, I do.
All right, great.
I make sure to put that they were removed due to inactivity and they're eligible to reapply.
All right, great. I'm pretty sure we're all mostly consistent on that, but I know in the past, and by past I mean like 8 months ago plus, that was not the case. So I just want to make sure that, any changes on that kind of thing are noted on there.
Mm-hmm. I think that is all for me.
Alrighty. Anyone else got anything else? I think these would be good for us to have at least once a month to make sure that as leadership for the hospital, we're on the same page. Communication flow stays open. That's just a suggestion.
Yep, no, that sounds good to me.
Works for me.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, then we'll end the meeting. Like I said, if you have anything that you want to go up on the bulletin notice, just shoot it my way to where I can get it included, and I'll do a draft of what an on-call policy could look like and share with everybody, and we can get some feedback going on that.
Yeah, I feel like I mean, I've said it a billion times, but I feel like that should be stressed. Because I speak for everybody. We're going fucking insane staring at these same 4 blank walls.
Yeah, it's definitely feedback we've gotten a lot. So anything we can do to address that while still making sure there's a presence here, definitely going to be good for morale, if nothing else.
Yep. So long as the policies are strict as hell and we follow up on them, I think it'll be okay.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Is follow up is such a big part of it.
We'll probably just operate it on a strike system, and it'll probably just be 2 strikes and not 3 as well. You fuck up once, you get warned. You fuck up twice, no more on call for you.
Yep. That sounds good to me.
All right. Alrighty, we are good to dismiss you guys. I'm gonna go down and get Miss Dupre her medicine, and then I have a teleconference I have to attend.
Very nice.
Seems like I've got 3 or 4 meetings to arrange with folks.
I'm going to bed.
Thank you guys for taking the time. Appreciate it.
Alrighty.
All right, I am gonna get Dupre's medicine ready.
Yay.
Went better than I thought it would, to be candid with you.
I agree. Yep. At the very beginning there, it
Oh, yeah.
sounded like a lot of, to me,
You might
it
want to
sounded like
whisper a little bit.
I'm very whispery.
Oh, okay.
To me, it sounded like a lot of Olivia or Indy did this, and we shouldn't
Mhm.
be doing this without directly. And they said that without directly like mentioning it, but I felt very targeted.
It really did. It sounded to me a lot like, you guys have been taking care of things like we told you to do. Don't do that. Bring it to us.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it sounded like to me, anyway.
Yep. I hate that I can hear door locks all the way up here.
Yeah, same. It's really trippy to hear them in the parking lot behind Tequila Law.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. That first bit of that meeting, I was like, okay.
I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go.
Yeah.
Hey, radio checking.
But yeah, I think it went good, other than the first like 15 minutes of it.
Farming a paycheck. 256 is 41.
Welcome.
Yeah, it just felt like, Olivia, you did this. You were, leading the hospital when chiefs weren't here. Don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, trust me, I heard the exact same thing you did. And it's like,
just
cool.
like, all right.
Why make a position called a shift lead if we're not going to be leading while a chief is not present?
Yeah.
It sounds like we're supposed to be little tattletales, is what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Which, and I shouldn't say tattletales, but you get what I mean.
I understand, yeah.
It's not a, oh, take care of it. It's a, widow chiefies, help us. We need help.
Yeah, because I feel like there's things that leads can independently handle, like a lot of the stuff that we have been doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like, hey, you guys have been doing your job, but we don't want you to do that anymore.
Yep.
And instead go to
then
chief.
why are we here?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
To be little tattletales, I guess.
I guess.
I suppose.
I suppose.
All right, I will let you go back to sleep now.
I'm probably gonna go hang out with... My mom is an EU person, so I'm probably gonna go hang out with her for a bit.
Wow. Very
Yeah.
nice. Probably gonna go take a nap.
I wouldn't blame you one bit.
Because I woke up for this, and I'm...
That's not safe. I don't know if someone's gonna try to kill me again.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
How are we all doing?
Trying to
Good.
figure out how to help Dupre.
Dr. Schilling is getting her medicine, and we've had mixed success with finding someone to escort her to where she needs to go.
If that's all you like, I could take you to your house real quick. If that's all you needed, to go.
No. That's I'm telling you, it's I cannot. No, it's fine.
We're just gonna scooch away from that.
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
No, I just ate.
Who is hungry?
I don't know, but somebody's grumbly.
Goodness. All right. I'll see you later, Indy.
Take care, Olivia. Dr. Fera 1042.
Outpatient facility where that kind of stuff would be done, because she didn't know that A, the serial healer's structure is supposed to become that eventually, and B, that you've already had someone in place in Saber for that. She didn't know either of those things.
She might not actually be around.
Hello, you have reached Ryan Ripley.
Where was it that I needed?
You little shit.
What do you mean?
Oh, you don't wanna hang with your favorite kid. That shit made me fucking sad.
What? Why did it make you sad? I was
Why
joking.
does it break my heart?
You've gotten mad when I've pulled the favorite kid shit before, so I thought you would count it as like a tease. Like I'm messing with you.
No, jokes are great, but please, that made me sad.
What? Why did it make you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to guilt trip you into hanging out with me.
Fuck you.
Can you tell I'm
What?
smiling?
I feel like you are. Are you?
No, I'm sad.
Okay, I'm gonna hit you with my car. Where are
What?
you?
I'm by the power plant.
Why the fuck are you by the power plant?
Rainbows, ma.
Are you still looking for them?
No. Since I'm technically the group leader, I didn't read the fine print, and I have to be in every photo for it to count.
Oh, you goober.
Yeah. So I'm going
I'm
through the
coming.
ones Jess and Silver found. So that I can officially submit those photos.
Be real. How many of those you got?
I'm not gonna tell you. Today's the last day and I need to submit them tonight.
You can
So,
submit them now and just keep updating the link. That's what I do.
yeah, so I'll tell you after I've submitted everything tonight.
Lame.
Lame.
Yep.
You're lame.
Take someone to no one. Dear.
Wow.
Wow.
You know what? Just meet me at my house. We can just condense into one car.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Unless you don't want to.
Oh, don't give me that. Unless you don't want to.
I'm just being serious. Unless you don't want to.
Look at her guilt tripping me. I'm coming. Fine. God.
Okay, fine. We're gonna be in my car. Can you handle driving at less than 100 miles per hour?
No, we're gonna be in my rental.
A rental? Oh, are you pulling up in a club? Local blue club?
No, it's gonna pull up in a Scout.
Oh, okay.
Love that thing.
Fair
That's
enough.
all I drove for the rainbows. It's so fun. I'm definitely buying it when I can.
Nice. Okay.
And rumor has it that they're gonna be very much available soon.
I hope so. I really want a freaking motorbike of my own. I know Santi and I went in halvesies on the one we have, but it really feels like his.
Yeah.
Oh, minivan. I'm fine.
I mean, you can always borrow Silver's when she's using hers since she has a fucking Kuroi, which I did see her drive the other day.
I don't have a key to either of her bikes.
Yeah, I know. That's why you ask her.
If she wanted to, she would.
Yeah, it's Silver. She won't care.
I know she won't. But have you considered that sometimes I enjoy being a little shit?
I know. Okay. So we're meeting. I'm meeting you at your house.
Yeah, I'm nearly there.
Okay. On my way.
Alright.
Alright.
Okay, one more. Computer enhance. Participants will race to search for 15 plus rainbows. Something around the island. The first two people or teams to find I hate that it's so tiny and I can't read it. To find them all, we'll split a prize pool of $100,000. Let me look back at when Kiki said I had to submit them by. All photos must be submitted by April 14th, so today's the 13th, at 12 p.m. EST. So 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Central. Okay. Got that updated. We probably won't win, but it's been fun. The pictures account has a heat map as well as a couple hints. Girls, gays, and theys love trains. Oh, the train station? Okay. The gays love to buy rainbows. So the train track potentially on Alta Street. Love to buy rainbows. This doesn't look like a scout, Master Criminal.
What the fuck? Why would you say that? That's fucked up of you to say.
Uh-huh.
You know, the docks were closer, so.
Fair enough.
Which pictures you gotta retake?
There's just one left that I need to do, and it is the one up in the Chiliad Wilderness.
Oh God, you mean the one by the OMC place?
Yeah.
Okay, good thing I bought this then.
You think the scout wouldn't have made it?
No, actually, I'd argue this is slightly better for mountain climbing, but the scout has just as much of a good chance. This is stock turbo, the other one doesn't, but it has pure power. Same power illusions have.
Gotcha, okay.
Very sweet. Might as well stay here. Gotta get paid somehow. Before you judge, Jess does it every time she walked in at the hospital.
Yeah, she does it when she works for Payne's as well.
Yep.
I need to
That's
start
what I do.
clocking in for the state tow lot whenever I work
might
Payne's.
need something else too. Okay, where's it? That. Business listing. Takahashi. Bam. Posted. Add number 2. Okay.
Okay, I see you, Miss Side Hustle.
I gotta.
I
Money doesn't grow
know.
on trees, and I've been burning money with this fucking scavenger hunt. So if I don't even get second because of you, I am so gonna be annoyed at you. And now I have a migraine. Oh, and now it's gone. Right. When are you, Jess and Silver, gonna go out and about again?
I'm probably gonna ask him to go later tonight. Because
Okay.
it is our last opportunity to hunt for stuff.
Really? Why would you need to hunt for stuff? I thought you were potentially over 28.
I mean, I did get some info from Sean that has me concerned. So...
We totally didn't pass 6 rainbows.
Uh-huh.
In the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know. It's been quite a few.
Tell you what, I might even have to follow the bridge. Actually, no, I follow the bridge, but then I don't have to take the tunnel.
3.
This might be quicker.
I knew there were more. Okay. 4, potentially to ram up on things. So there's probably 2 I'm missing.
No, but can I even... No, I can. Have lights on, and we climb. Oh yeah, this thing's a beast. Well. Why am I not surprised?
RVs are anywhere and everywhere.
And then again, I can complain. It's not in the city, at least.
True.
I would honestly not mind putting it in a wild spot like that myself if I had a car that would not get lockpicked. But that means I would have to switch that car every time I wanted to go to sleep there. So then when I woke up, I would be able to get out of the RV and have a car there still.
Yeah.
I don't store shit in my RV, so it's not like about storage. It's more like I don't want to walk from the wilderness because you get eaten alive by wolves or mountain lions.
Yep.
Speaking of, we're gonna have to be careful. I mean, no, okay. Where this one is, we might not have to worry about it, but we'll see. Okay. Yep. Now I just have to go straight. Quiet, literally.
The rabbit.
Well, okay. What?
You hit a rabbit.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh well.
It's okay.
You moved it. Why did he move it? That's weird. He moved it.
Where was it initially?
The third tree behind us.
Oh, okay.
That's weird.
Who knows?
And it's not even straight. Alright, let me
Nope.
get out of the picture. That's weird.
There we go. Got it.
Yeah, the other one wasn't straight either, but it was facing somewhere else. It was facing where the car's facing. That's fucking weird.
Huh. Okay.
Miss Pam, please get in. I don't want you to get
I
eaten.
know.
Thank you.
I was getting in. Sorry. I was looking.
So that's it?
Let me double check my note. Last one's Mirror Park, but I mean, I can get that whenever I go get food and stuff later.
Why is Gabe? Oh, they're doing a flywheels yellow jack thing. Interesting. When
Oh,
instead
okay.
of yellow jack moving their shit to a mechanic shop, it's just the mechanic shop moving their shit to the emissary. Fascinating.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, you were saying what's next?
Last one I need to snap a photo of is Mirror Park. But, I mean, it's one of the few food places open, so I'll just go get something to eat and go grab it later.
I'm confused.
Jess sent me the picture of the Mirror Park one. I just have to snap a picture of me in front of it. But I don't want us to have to go all the way there. Especially if you're, like, not hungry or anything.
I'm fine. I'm not hungry.
Okay. Then I can go get it later tonight or something.
I mean, do we got better? Anything better to do?
Not really. I'm just chilling with you, honestly.
Well, there you go. Let's go. I'll enjoy driving
This is
anyways.
so
Do we wanna off-road? I kinda don't feel like it. I wanna take the scenic route.
Okay, dope.
Yeah, the dog rentals have changed a little bit, and now it's like a whole, well, it's like a whole, so like half the list is cut down, like some vehicles just aren't. To be fair, a lot of them were like, did the same names. I think it's more of like a PDM situation where a lot of them are just variants of each other, like different versions, which, fair enough. I wish, you know, some of those vehicles would be put into one spot, and then when you would select one from the guy, he'd like give you a drop-down list or something on his tablet. But you know, I digress. But so now, and then apparently the rumor has it that now you can't even rent any unless you have a CDLB, which, you know, it's funny. I almost got in trouble for giving one out, so I don't fucking know what's wrong with the state anymore. Whatever.
I don't know.
We shall see. How was the meeting?
It went better than I thought it would. So, I guess it went okay.
Wait, why did you think it was gonna go bad?
I was really worried they were gonna try and elect another Surgeon General. Instead it's gonna continue to be the panel of chiefs with no Surgeon General.
Wasn't Surgeon General kind of like, as a comparison, like the Lieutenant Governor position that was purely made for Sean when, you know, shit went sideways with Mayor's Christoph?
No, it, to my knowledge, the Surgeon General position, there was going to be a group of 4. Not 4 Surgeon Generals, but 4 people that built the hospital system. And then 3 of them never woke up, and Q ended up doing it by herself, so she became the Surgeon General of the state.
Who are the other 3?
I don't know. I've never been told.
Are you alright? Okay, cool. Who'd you say the 3 were?
I don't know. I've never been told.
Oh.
But apparently they never really woke up after the initial... the thought of, like, the 4 of them put together, and then it just became something Q built all by herself.
Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was ever meant to be more of like one person to rule them all, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Soki was essentially filling in multiple shoes at the same time, which honestly, Slay Queen, she did a good job.
Yep.
It was nice to actually hear from her. Like, I didn't know she was at the funeral, and if I did say I didn't want to go, and if I did, would I've gone? Probably. It was interesting to hear from her side. I don't even have to ask any questions. Just answer all my like it was questions, more like my curiosity, really.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, I think she did a good job. I'm sad she's leaving, but I hope she figures shit out.
Yeah. Hopefully she's able to rest and recuperate.
Yeah.
Find some joy and chill for a little while. And who knows, maybe she'll come back eventually, just not necessarily in the capacity as a Surgeon General.
Big time.
But yeah, structure of the hospital staying the same. They're basically just dissolving the Surgeon General position. And the legislation will be hopefully reflected to medical questions for legislation wise are reflected towards the panel of chiefs rather than the Surgeon General. It just needs to be written into law, or just have that amended. Then we should be all good.
Yeah. So then you have hope for the department, Sama?
I don't think it's going to immediately crash and burn since she's gone, no.
Okay. But you still think it's gonna crash and burn?
I think if we don't, and by we I mean the chiefs and the leads, mostly the freaking chiefs. Because the leads, we can do as much as we want to till our face turns blue. But if the chiefs don't back us up, our position's worthless. Thank you.
No worries.
This is so mean. Actually. Alright. That was everything on my list.
Who is... Oh, Sirens.
Hmm?
I'm just looking at who's at Painted Moon. Wow, I'm getting a migraine. Let's try about it here. My head hurts. Okay, what is happening?
I'm getting a bunch of migraines.
Big one.
Goodness.
Feel like I'm blinking at 20.
Mm. Do you want me to
Still am.
drive?
No. This has happened multiple times this week. Random moments. I always thought it was a TV screen signal. I don't know, messing with my head or something because it was nearby. It just goes away though, eventually. Still hurts my fucking head. Holy shit.
Jesus.
I have no idea what's happening. Hold on.
You're okay. Take your time.
Hoping my eyes didn't help. I'm just gonna drive far away from the city.
Works for
This
me.
very cool windshield to install in this car. Feels like I'm looking at a PowerPoint.
Oh, goodness. Are you sure you don't want me to drive?
It's doable. Pissing me off, I'll tell you that much.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Just wow.
Do you need a nap?
Definitely. I'm finding a spot for us to sit for a minute before I nap, or else. Actually, no, you're in the car, so I'll be fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
it'll
are
be...
you? Okay, well, now I'm fine.
You're you're fine?
Fucking hate it when that shit happens every time. It's so random. A
Jesus.
migraine just by looking at something for a second.
Mm-hmm.
But it's never affected me for that long, and now I feel really good. What the fuck?
Wow.
All I need is a little bit of yellow jack in my life. That's what it is.
Apparently.
Alright, well. I don't even remember what I was gonna do or say. Fuck me.
I don't know.
Fuck you, painted moon fumes.
Is it only happening when you're around the painted moon?
No. That was a first. Never
Ah.
happens. The only time it's like a normal thing for that to just constantly happen at specific places would be... I'm gonna say... Palito parking lot. Not Palito, not parking walk. Like, Go-Go Diner.
Mm-hmm.
And
Go-Go Diner, Gay
perhaps...
Bay area.
Gay Bay, for some reason, when you get near Gay Bay, you're fine. Or at least I feel fine. And then, or like right now, I feel amazing for obvious reasons. But, what was it? Gay Bay and... I want to say the FIB building when I'm like near it, or the parking lot. God, that place. Oh, Legion. Because Legion.
Yeah.
It's Legion, honestly. I don't really have to say much. DMV a little bit, but... Yeah. I don't know. Just me nuts. Yeah. Welcome to the end of EU on a weekend.
Wow.
Great. So quiet.
Yeah, when I was in the meeting and had access to dispatch, there were like 8 cops on duty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, Kaiju moved.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly to where T offered them the spot with Welshi. But, you know, he's lost. They got a whole ass gas station to themselves. The old Kaiju spot is still there, but I think it's gonna be moved around eventually.
Yeah.
They didn't realize they had their own, like, stuff playing it blue, because I think those are the color schemes. So, their stuff is gonna be blue soon as well in the gas station. But it looks real nice, and just Alex, I was talking to her a little bit briefly, she's very happy. You should see where they store the vans. They put them like, I want to say under the bridge, but not actually on the bridge, just like beside the bridge. So it's not in the way of anything.
Nice. Okay.
Yep, so Grapeseed its place. Sandy has two, technically speaking. Still think Sandy needs to go. Sandy pumping up. And yeah.
Well, they got rid of Rex's repairs, and now it's a convenience store.
Yeah, very, very fucking weird. I kind of clowned on them for it because at one point one of them was signing there and Alexa stopped, so then they'd have to deal with, admittedly, some of what, well, some of you guys do with Lantern Light. We'll be working, I don't know, whatever you're working, paints like across the city, and then, I don't know, Silver gets called for Lantern Light, so she has to go all the way there.
Yep.
I find it like a little ridiculous in my opinion, because like for a mechanic shop, if you're gonna disappear, it's like temporarily, it's likely for a mobile repair, right? You're not gonna like, oh yeah, I'm just working my 5th job at the same time. I don't know.
Right.
I pointed that out on Twinsta. Some people agree with me, some people didn't. Obviously, those being like Mackenzie and anybody that runs and owns Rex's, I don't know.
Yeah.
How many rainbows do you think there are in total?
I don't know. I know I've been seeing on Twinsta people saying like, 27, 28, 29.
Nobody said 29.
Someone did earlier today.
When? Where?
Just chill. I'm gonna find it.
I'm looking this up, and there's no fucking way somebody found 29. Rourke is... No. He's fucking with us.
Yep. So I guess 28 then.
Yep.
I texted Sean and I asked, I was like, hey, there's no way you could tell me the exact number of rainbows, right? And I haven't gotten
I
a
asked him
reply.
the same thing, and he said, I cannot tell you that.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, no, Rourke with 29.
The funniest thing, the hardest one for me to find was the one at the fucking U-Tool. Because I jumped over it. And I was like, oh, I looked there. And then I went back and double-checked it. And I was like, motherfucker.
Oh, in Sandy.
Yeah.
Before some of those were placed, I looked at that spot when it was empty. There's a lot of spots that was like, oh, this is nasty. If I was him, I'd place it here. And I was like, wait a minute, I should check this in the future with the next wave. And that's exactly what I kept doing. So I had to recheck same spots, which was frustrating initially, but...
Yep. Why do you think I waited for everything to be placed before I did anything?
Well...
I know technically it's whoever submits all of them first.
Most first.
Yeah.
The way Sean worded it to me, he doesn't think people will actually get all of them, which I do think. If 28 is a very specific number, I'd say he placed a total of 30. So
probably
there may be 2 more. 29 I could believe, but I don't know. Rourke, to be fair, he could have just like actually been doing it. We didn't know, but then he posted it. It's a lot only now because he never posted before. But I don't know. I think he's just doing it to piss us off. I mean, freak us out.
I'm really tempted to put 30 in the little rainbow. Just to piss people off.
I might just do that as well.
Because it wouldn't... I think the highest counter I thought that I know for sure was looking for rainbows was Kiki. But Kiki also works for pictures. So she could be throwing stuff off.
She is participating. She didn't know where they actually were. So she works for pictures, but she had no hand in placing them. The only people that helped Sean place them is Tia. That's why she's not allowed to play at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. I figured she wouldn't be participating if she knew where they were. You're a little demon, by the way, for that.
Thanks one to no one.
Yeah, true.
Micah replied? No. 30? Look at close reaction.
That was so quick.
I'm freaking people out.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great. Best thing I've done all day. Hey, I'm gonna play with fire. We can play with fire.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? I mean, actually, take a look at this map.
The little heat map for the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Clark responded as well. Or right above where you were.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at. He did it within seconds.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I shut my picture off.
Crash. I won't lie. The ones in the city seem like they would have more.
Yeah, more than likely.
I didn't thoroughly search it, but I searched a lot of places.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason sometimes I suspect there's more up here is because I've searched everywhere you could physically think of. It is just impossible. Could put more, and I just didn't find them. Same with the voodoo place. That's how I knew that something has to be wrong, and Sean just marked the wrong dock, which turns out that's what it was. Because we searched
Yeah.
that place thoroughly. Like, if a dozen people
Oh, y'all
or a
went to
dozen
Voodoo
groups...
instead of,
Yeah.
Place-
'cause back when it was
place.
marked... Yeah. So...
Mm-hmm.
I remember thinking a lot of this crap in the sand sticking out could easily be the good spot, which it is, because that's
Yeah.
kind of how some of them are. Or even containers.
Mm-hmm.
Did you find one in the Soul Flats?
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah? Where?
Ramathon Arena.
Okay. Now I'm curious, did you actually think there was gonna be one inside or on the outside?
I checked the outside first. It was me and Silver. And of course, you know how brave she is. She just went straight in and started looking while I checked the outside.
I mean, is there something really brave?
Well, more willing to intrude on private property. I'll put it that way. The coyote, ma!
I don't even see it, I won't lie. Wait, where?
You just ran it over!
I actually don't see it.
What the? Hang on. I'm taking a picture. Just
Oh, wait,
so
I see
you
it now
know
with
I'm
that
not
lights.
lying.
Oh, I see it.
Oh yeah, I
Sorry.
forget you're fucking blind.
I'm not. There's no shadow on it. It was just, it's fucking camouflaged in soil.
I forget it's nighttime and you can't see.
I'm not a fucking blind bat. I'm only a blind bat when I'm in Tonka Valley, alright?
Yeah, you're a blind bat out here too. You couldn't even see the fucking coyote you ran over, ma.
Well, like I said, it's camouflaged.
Aha.
Uh-huh.
Aha.
Uh-huh.
Aha.
Uh-huh.
You nearly ran over another one. Did you see that one too?
You know, you should become a ranger at this point. Or a vet. Or both.
A vet. I enjoy being a doctor, thank you.
Wait, what's wrong with being a vet and a doctor? Actually, can you?
No. You cannot be a vet and a doctor or a police officer and a doctor.
Well, that one, yeah, obviously. But I thought vet, medical, might
Nope.
as well now.
Nope.
Damn. You would never see yourself as a vet?
No. The animals can't tell me what's wrong with them.
Yeah, true. That's why the whole Sunny thing was stressful. He seems to be doing better though, because he was at the event last night before you came.
That's good. I'm glad he's
Oh,
feeling
yeah.
better.
That reminds me, today there's like no fucking events. Nothing.
Nope.
The only thing I got to look forward to, well, sort of, not really. It's just like something I need to attend is a meeting with the people.
The peephole?
Yeah, I don't even like saying the name out loud.
What?
The gamblers. That's what we're gonna call ourselves
Oh.
as a extra nickname.
The gamblers? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where this whole theme with casino started, but honestly, It's gonna all make sense, I'd say, soon with the whole Martin Pierce thing. Do you know about what he's been up to?
No, actually.
He's doing exactly what we're doing, getting a group of people, but they're not a gang. They're just a group of people that some of them may happen to be in gangs. So it's just quote unquote a collective, which is the name, the collective.
Wow, so spooky.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think it's meant to be spooky, nor is the fortunate. But yeah, no, I'm not surprised. I felt like he had a lot of shit up his sleeve when he was mayor. He was just keeping it down low. Kind of like Joey has to right now. He's in the exact same position.
Yeah.
So they both kind of formed around the same times, slowly.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, yeah, and then we're gonna have a quote unquote inside man in the collective. So we do technically already.
Okay.
So yeah, we got ears there. Then there's the idea of getting ears in either Red Right Hand or OMC.
And I'm guessing you would volunteer for that position.
Either of the two, whichever is honestly works better. I could work with both, but yeah. Now what?
Working with both is asking for you to get shot.
How so?
If you're actively in either of them.
By the police or by people?
By the other groups, Ma.
Eh.
What do you mean,
Well, the last person that messed with OMC hardest was the bandit people that messed with Gemma's wedding. Well, have you heard about them or of them since?
No.
Neither have I. I think they're more than 6 feet under. Maybe they're in the ocean by now.
Yeah?
Then, to be fair, I never heard of them before, so... Wait, did I miss it? Oh, I might have...
Are you looking for Hillcrest Avenue?
So yeah, I was thinking like he could have hit one more here.
Oh, okay.
Trying to remember now. Oh wait, I'm in the right place.
Yeah, it's further up.
It's right in front of us. Okay.
Yeah.
So if that's one there, then... Good thing it's nighttime. You just picked the one that glows. Why is that always there? Out the way. Right. One thing I forget to do. Turn off the headlights. One way or the other, they're gonna be broken anyways. So I can see them glow. And yes, I am lazy, so sometimes I try and find the ways to get the car to fit in places just so I don't have to get out of the car and move around. So admittedly, I thought I was exaggerating until I think was it the construction building in Hello. Okay. Okay, I gotta one sec.
Ma! You're so nosy.
I'm only doing it if it's unlocked. If it's unlocked, tough luck.
Do I need to get a mask?
No, come on. Why do you think I checked the door? I thought maybe somebody's visiting the house.
I know.
God, so dramatic.
So dramatic. Wow. Here, let's just go look.
What? No, Scenic. Get in the car.
What? You're the one who was peeking around the other one.
Yeah, no, it's just looking at the map so I could zoom in. So... I would not put it here, to be fair. Because I always gotta think about how visible is it, and if it's too easily visible, like, say, the first view, of what were, to me, the first view, the first wave, then, you know, don't bother looking.
Right.
But, damn, this one's a nice on the left.
Yeah.
You know, for funsies, look at some of them inside later.
Yeah, I'm down. Actually, I'm gonna be in my head for a minute, but I will...
Go for it.
Be right back.
Yep. a damn minute. Can we even get out? Actually, hold on. Can we?
Any luck?
No, but I found some nasty spots, which once again find it almost more painful than not finding any. The fact that he didn't use it.
Gotcha.
Also, I found a funny house that I think technically considered a second house, which would be sort of a pool house, but it's too big to be a pool house. So
Yeah.
you could literally buy that and then give the second house to, like, I don't know, Silver or Geo, since...
Wait, where was it? Can I see?
Yeah, I'll show it. Ooh, wow. It's like in a backyard. I'll show it. I won't see the inside to it, so we're gonna grab a key. Since we're not looking for anything more to, I'm gonna change outfit. This is my chasing rainbows outfit. The fest is basically not to break my ribs, so hey, be proud of me. I'm trying to not hurt myself so much.
Yeah. I can show you my rainbow chasing outfit if you want to see it, because it's not this.
Holy shit, my eyes. I wish I did my view outfit for the pirates. Ignore the the lights are very, very much making it see-through, alright?
Uh-huh.
Wait, that's your outfit? I like it.
Thank you.
Not much protection. Kinda disappointed from you.
Well, maybe I'm a little bit more careful. Have you considered that much?
Boring.
I do have a helmet.
Yeah, I did too for the first day.
For the first day, she says.
Yep. Then I stopped using the bike because I got injured a lot more on the bike than in the car.
Fair enough.
Where the fuck was that outfit? Think delete that. Or oh, I never saved it. Fuck's sake. Okay.
You're good. You can remake it if you want. I'm not going nowhere.
Not with this lighting, God. My retinas are melting. It must be bad for you as well, right? Right
yeah,
here,
they're
it's
like
fine.
they're flickering on and off for me.
It's not even the flickering. It feels like I'm under the sun.
Really? It looks dull in there to me. Our eyes are just extraordinarily different.
Yeah. It's a good thing I'm not your, like... Wait, what was the thing?
It's a good thing you're not my something?
Like, your actual, like, how to say it? By DNA? Or by blood? What do you call it?
Yeah, you're not my biological mother.
Yes, that. Because then you'd be as fucking blind as I would, potentially.
Potentially, yeah. Who knows? Maybe I'll get acid splashed in my eyes one day.
Please don't. I think you've already had one accident enough for a lifetime.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, my eyes aren't naturally purple. Shock. Or, well, they are now. They didn't used to be. They were brown.
I thought it was your hair that was the chemical
It's both.
incident. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
What even happened, if you don't mind me asking?
My parents ran a dye shop. And I've always been interested in the nerdy shit, so I wanted my mom to teach me how to, like, you know, some fabrics don't take dyes. You have to chemically alter them and then kind of revert them back, and the dye will latch in while you're doing that. Mom had her back turned. I was a little bit too curious. And entire body fully into a vat of a mix of dyes and other chemicals. All of my hair fell out. I was bald for about a year.
Ooh.
And it grew back this color.
Well, at least you can grow it back.
Yeah. Then the eyes. It's the reason I need glasses now, so.
Wait, no. Stay there. Oh my god.
Wrong house? Question mark?
No. What do you exactly remember that we did at Del Perro?
At Del Perro?
Yeah?
You're gonna have to be more specific. What did we do?
Well, when we came back to the city out there, what did we do?
Are you slideshowing again?
No.
Jesus Christ.
This is the exact path I took when you were thinking, and you'll see how amazing this thing is. Watch this. Okay, well, it went smoother than this, but see, it's fine. The suspension saves. The point was, I went smoothly on the left over there, and I did not slide to the right at all. It's got good balance. Don't me, you know I'm right.
Yeah, well, I'm agreeing, Ma.
Okay, it sounded like a sarcastic, right.
Well, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm tired. I'm so tired.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're high energy Ma and I'm low energy Indy, and it's usually the other way around, okay?
You're adorable.
Thank you. I try.
You wanna go to bed soon?
I'm feeling alright for now.
Okay. If at any moment you just feel like you're hitting your limit, let me know and I'll take you to your house.
Will do. Yippee. Actually, can we swing by the bank so I can pick up my paycheck?
Yeah. Just stay inside.
Okay, I'll stay here. My mom's
Yeah,
leaving
no.
me in the car. Police help me.
The window's open and it's not even hot. Don't you dare. And the answer to the question was, we came in here, changed clothes, then I didn't go once in the Takahashi office for the key.
Oh. Yeah, that would be it.
How many rainbows did you find here?
I found the one inside Takahashi.
Did you now?
Which is funny because Jess combed the outside of the place but then didn't go in. So I came back and looked it over a second time and I was like, found it.
If it makes you feel better, that's the second one I got in the area. I missed it in completely first time.
Yeah.
There are way more than you think around that area.
Yeah, probably.
I know I'm gonna be stressing so much when we can sell... Well, okay, not these houses, Mirror Park ones alone. Chumash and this are probably next. There's a few buildings that apparently aren't renovated yet or have locks, which is worrying. Like some of them needed Lucky 7s perhaps, but more like the ones around Great. Then again, those are to be like lots, so I guess more like Route 68. There's a few that I'm just like, this could be one amazing house. Hell, the one you made me look at once, that one still needs to be renovated, sadly. Would you still be interested in getting that one?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's like the house Santi and I were like vying for. That, or there's one off of Sonora Road that's really similar to that one that I also wouldn't mind having.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out.
We passed the one on Sonora Road when we were coming back from Sandy, so. Oh my god.
Yep, they're all like this. Half of them, they're like connected. They're just all together, so you'd have to separate it yourself.
That's insane, actually.
You could technically make 3 floors if you include the attic. And then, I guess...
No wonder this is like a multi-million-dollar home, more than likely.
It's also why they're still not in the market. Look at the garage door.
Yeah.
Imagine you buy this and you're like, Gio, or sister, here you go, here's your house.
Oh
As
my
depressing as
god.
it is, they have like 3 major windows and then like 4 tiny ones, and the rest is just blocked away. It's still pretty nice. Ooh. Yeah,
Yeah.
this needs to get renovated.
Yeah. But Jesus Christ, this is probably gonna be what, a $2 million house?
3 million, I'd argue, just with this alone, because I don't even think this is gonna be separate. It's like the same argument with the garage. It's just pretty dumb.
Mm-hmm.
It's like not even a rule of thumb. It's like unspoken rule. If you own the house, and or if somebody owns a house but they don't own the garage, say in Southside, you have to ask permission for the owner, and then if somebody somehow sells it despite not asking the owner, that's as bad as selling one in like a gang territory to
Yeah.
nobody without permission.
Mm.
Are there any you ever had your eye on around here? Oh, wait, it's fine. It's just okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there any you wanna? Do you know in the area you wanna look at?
I've never really looked around this area because I'm far more of a country girl, you know?
No, I get that. I don't see myself getting any of these unless they have massive garage space, which of course you'd argue, yeah, look at that, but I have to like make do, but also making it somewhat habitable for, say, at least having people around. But I still want like a garage to be my first proper, not like the current one, like bigger.
Yeah, I
This
get
one
what
doesn't
you
really
mean.
count. This is real. Oh, I already missed this. I love the front of this one though.
Yeah.
There was a few that just beautiful architecture. Guess it's the driveway that attracts me with this one, because then yeah, this is. Ooh, this might be separate actually. Oh yeah. It's way.
Oh, it's attached.
I love that. I actually love that.
That's sick as hell, actually.
I hate that we're gonna have to keep getting out, but this is just too nice. What the
Oh
fuck?
no, this is nice.
This is so nice. Holy. I would cut the bushes, because holy shit, but really nice.
I wouldn't. It gives you some privacy.
Oh no, that's what blinds are for. I'd want to be able to like see, you know. I know that you don't have an amazing view, but still nice.
Yeah, all you can see is your neighbors. Might as well see some bushes.
Fair enough. This is really nice. There's no proper back door, surprisingly, for this one. So I guess the garage is...
Yeah, well, there's the back door through the garage.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. That's... Oh. Nice pool.
Yeah.
Odd shape, but... A lot of dull space with a lot of these.
Hmm.
That's why when, you know, we can somewhat place shit around the backyard of, say, your Sandy house or my garage or whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of hope we get a lot more freedom in that. Should probably, I mean, we're gonna fantasize over reviews. Could easily check out something like this facing this city. This is so. Wait, can't I just? Oh, it's not like the.
It's not fobbed like the other ones.
But at least not yet. I imagine it's only for owners. Ew. It's like a warehouse.
It wouldn't be bad. You would need to really be careful with your flooring, though.
Yep. Flooring, I mean...
Because it looks a little bit slanted to me.
It does. You know what it is half the time? So if you look at the back door and you look at the one in front of us, you'll think, yeah, why is that happening? I mean, it's more of like, say how like decorated the front is, even though this one's not even decoration, it's just basic stairs. I don't know why that will happen. And then you look at I don't know what's a good example. Some of them just have like these nicely shaped stairs for the front. Just like,
Right.
I don't know, be a little extra. Wait a minute. I don't even check the one with the rainbow has doors. I think it does. It does. Ooh, this should be really good. Because earlier when you were thinking, I jumped to the backyard or the backyard, the thingy. 1 second. Oh.
Oh Jesus.
This is what I mean. They are still renovated. Oh my god, this would be so cool. First floor, it's like just cars. Oh god.
That would
Okay.
be really sick, actually. Yeah.
So this is why I can't really like. I never would recommend to. Oh wow! I just realized something. Oh wow! We should not go in there, no matter what. Not even on foot. Look at where the doors are.
Yeah.
The both of them.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, if we look from here, how the window looks in terms of view, yeah, it's very nice.
Very nice. Yes.
Jesus, a lot of work, Did I? Okay. I was so close. I'm glad I didn't drive. Oh.
Yeah. We would have had to have asked for assistance.
Yeah, we wouldn't. Actually, no. I got in one on purpose to test how bad it would be for someone that doesn't have a key. And you can climb. You just need to have some mountain climbing experience at best. Ooh, okay. Very fucking spacious for something that looks very
small.
The outside just looks like a mansion, but with like the face of a cabin in the woods, like an abandoned one. Which I
Yeah.
kind of dig. This window's nice too. Ignoring the fact that I can't fucking see for some reason. What is happening?
Okay, so you're having a headache as well, a little small one.
Not a headache. It's more like shit looks like clay.
Yeah, exactly.
It happens. Tungva Valley. I don't know how T does it, but it's not bad actually. I dig
No,
it.
it's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Cozy. You could see yourself buying this.
Yeah.
I figured. That's why I went to it.
I wish they would renovate the outside though, just kind of get the paneling back up to par.
Yeah. That's why I'm wondering in the future, say in the far future, I don't know.
Oh Jesus.
You rolled down the car?
Yes, I did.
That's why I'm wondering in the future, like, say 3 years time. I'm predicting. Okay, 3 years time. I have a feeling a lot of us are gonna be moving states.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know. Here the tourist attractions are increasing in the state of Leonida. But say 3 years time, whenever the fuck we've been able to have the market open for these, people own these, or say even the house that you were interested in that's not renovated yet. One day, say we could pay, I'd imagine somewhere near 50K for construction of the outside of a house, and then say get the repairs done on say the panels outside, right behind us. But that's one of those things that I could see taking ages. So we'll see. But I think it can be done. And the best way I can explain it would probably be... Okay. So look at the garage door in front of us and just keep looking at it no matter what, yeah?
Yeah.
Or maybe not that one. That's a terrible example, I guess. Okay, I guess it's a terrible example. I'll find one to show you later. There's one that I know, but it's like far away, so I'm not gonna bother. Right. Pretty houses. That's not bad.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't want you to feel like I'm forcing you to look at these. If you want to go somewhere
No, you're
else,
good.
by all means.
I am chilling.
I wonder what's gonna be built on our left.
I don't know.
Doesn't look big enough for her house, I'd say, but. I remember looking at some of these with Jesse to be using them for like a Ooh, I just got a very good but bad idea.
Uh-huh.
Remember where our wedding venue was? Ooh.
Yeah, I do.
Do you know what's happened with that house since?
No.
It is currently gang territory of the BBC.
The BB. Oh, okay.
So, but I'm in good relations with them, so even if they were around, which they haven't been really, other than Blondie, as far as I know. I don't think, if anything, I'd offer them to show the inside of the house. I don't think they could complain. Just say no if you really don't want to even think about it.
It's whatever. I'm just chilling, honestly.
You really are tired. I feel like I'd hear complaints like, Ma, that's not, Ma, it's a bad idea.
I mean, it is a bad idea, but like...
Well, the car's not here, so I'll tell you what, they're out of town.
Yeah. More
Unless
than
they
likely.
hit... Blondie?
Usually if she's on Twinsta, if she's around. I don't think I've seen her.
Fair. Which door would I even be able to unlock? I don't even think I can open these. Ooh. Interesting. Yeah, no, never mind. Can't even show her the inside. Oh well. There's one I was curious about. Ooh, there's another one here.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't think she's around.
I wonder if the safe was moved here. So, oh, Jesus. Sorry. So, I once found the most exclusively fancy, luxurious sedan park right where we're parked here, and then there was like a pickup truck that looked really nice. Just looked like something that would be very expensive. I broke into one of those.
Oh.
The trunk was full of Rolexes. I'll tell you that much.
Oh.
And a note that said, "You're too fucking late." Would have found those empty? I don't know. I stay here. Oh, yes, it's still there.
Oh.
All three of them. Interesting. There's 3 safes in there. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let's get out of here.
Yep. Oh, don't let me fall in the pool. Thank you.
I did not see that. In my
How
defense.
did you not?
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna wash the tires before I return this, before somebody asks if I killed somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Yucky, yucky, yucky.
Oh, it's smearing everywhere.
I'm gonna leave this in the driveway. Somebody's gonna be able to find... No, actually, tell you
No,
what,
just-
no, they won't.
Just run us through a really shallow river or something, Ma.
Don't worry. Why
Just
go
wash
through a
the
river?
tires.
Why go through a river when we got plenty of water near us?
If you oceaned up this truck, I swear to God.
I'm not gonna ocean dump it, daughter.
If you lake dump this truck, I swear to God. Ma. Why aren't you
What?
saying you're not gonna lake dump it, Ma?
Don't worry about it.
Ma!
They said don't worry about it. This is why I said don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. We're fine. Now we need to leave. Should be a fence here, but not that one. Gate. This is really nice. Holy shit. Oh!
You terrify me.
What? What?
Don't worry about it. That was a spontaneous utterance.
Uh-huh. See, we're fine. Got nothing to worry about. God, we need to make a race over here, a rally race. This is so nice. See, we're fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
God, what I just saw down there looked really nice. We're gonna check that out now, I guess, because I thought I was close to the other one I want to see.
Okay.
What's it? It's this one. No, that is not. Yeah, well, then again, where the fuck else am I gonna... Oh yeah, that's really nice. I'm always thinking about like group hangouts with everybody, like having a barbecue here, and you just get them up these very cool stairs. There you go, you have all this space.
Nice.
So nice.
I mean, it already has a barbecue.
Yep. That's what I mean. Champagne in a nice bucket? Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice as balcony too. Let's see, this is a back door.
Oh!
What the f- Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Scaring me. Ew. Awkward.
It's naked.
Interesting spot too.
I half expected to hear a scream and you two have fallen down.
Why would it be any yeah.
There's a little balcony area, look.
Yeah, a lot of people love those when they find them in houses.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Okay, stand there. Give me a boost.
You a boost?
Yep, a boost.
Okay.
And thank you. Ah, fell.
Okay, hang on, let me brace a bit better. Here, put your hands in my hands and I'll lift you. Put your foot in my hands and I'll lift you. There you go.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. No!
It was really
Slipping.
close.
Sorry. Yeah, really was. Fuck's sake. Oh, wait, I know what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nice.
This is an actual view, holy. See the car and everything too.
Nice.
Yeah, alright. You wanna check it out for yourself or?
No, I'm good.
Alright.
Seeing you run around up there kind of got me a sense of how much space there is.
Yeah, wait. Oh. Just realize how useless that door is.
I know you're short. Do you need a hand?
You did not just do that. 1 inch.
Yeah, but apparently it made the difference.
Gotta throw you in the pool that doesn't exist.
Wow.
My god, the glass on the curved wall is ugly. Yep, no key fob.
Wow. A death pit.
I mean, at least we could get out if we drove into it. Just on.
Uh-huh.
Close this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
An open
That's always a
garage.
lot of space.
Wow. A death pit.
Wait, is there a door? Can't even tell to the back. I don't think this one has one.
No, I don't think so.
Stay in the car? I just noticed something.
What did you see?
I love it that my company takes things seriously, so when I tell them that door doesn't have a lock and somebody could just walk in and fall to their death or be stuck for eternity, they took it seriously. They sealed the door in a certain way.
Gotcha. Okay.
Listen, I'm glad they listen because I heard other companies don't listen.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I think a lot of us are kind of fucked like that, so let's move on to the next area. I did want to check this one out, and I don't even think this should...
Oh. Oh no, this is a really nice house.
Wait, really? This got you?
Yes.
Is it because how it looks outside?
Yes.
Okay, there's a back door there. Meet me at the back.
Okay. Oh no, it's so nice.
Oh, what's wrong? Do you feel like spending $3 million? What's wrong? Do you feel like spending $3 million that you don't have?
This is so nice. Oh no.
This is how it starts. You're just like, nah, they're not for me. Look at the fucking nature. I'm not even complaining. These are all here in the way. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. You can't
Random.
see the roads and shit, and that's the reason I like it.
It's just nature.
Yeah.
Then there is the part where me and Jessie technically finished one of our first dates up there on that roof.
Mm-hmm.
That was interesting. She was making stupendously quick moves back then.
Really? No way.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
before...
Please forgive me.
No, you're fine. It's just more like before I told her, can we like chill and take it easy, and then she understood to a certain extent. But yeah, I remember complaining to her about the trees, but honestly, looking at it now, I just think it's actually even better. And then, if you really want to see the city, you can kind of see some of it, and honestly, it's pretty good. Friend Ripley, how can I help you? Mm-hmm. If it's on forum, yes, it will be. Sure. No worries. I'm not realizing it's the end of the week. I don't think my bosses know I sold a house this week. Let them know. Where the fuck is Takahashi chat? Every time I can find, I keep thinking, oh no, I got fired. Okay, there you go. Garage, 119 Forum Drive, G. Okay. Okay.
Our garage is down around here, close to the tow lot. I'm pretty sure.
Great. I hate it when this happens. Oh, it doesn't work. Alright, we're gonna make a stop.
Okay.
I also need to find out who this is. His voice isn't familiar though.
There's deer.
Jesus Christ.
Hmm. Who is it?
Actually, I'm not sending you this in the chat. I'm gonna be smart.
Jeez.
Apparently I'm gonna meet up with him, I guess.
Who the heck even is that?
Messingaholican Forest? I'm surprised there's not a rap sheet the size of Mount Chiliad right now on him. He only has the ability to wear a helmet. He's got 3 cars though, so. And a camper custom. Wait a minute. How the fuck did he get his hands on a... okay, the auction. His weapons license the number date. Driver's license expired last year. Yeah, okay, he's just returning.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Okay. Who knows, maybe it looks different. Let's come back, but nice house, huh?
Yeah.
Alright.
There's
Let's,
deer over just across the street.
you know, there's a lot of nature here, so.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering at first why you went this way until I realized, ah, yes, the lack of stairs.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's nice. And it's not far from Eclipse either. I think, considering the headache I have, this might be where I need to call it.
Okay, no worry.
I know you need to go see that person about something on forum. Can you drop me at PDM and I'll take my truck up to my house?
Yes, it's good. Alright, you haven't taken it yet? Good
No,
thing,
not
I
yet.
guess I'm driving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry about that. I thought about taking the areas and see you could drive the truck, but then I thought then you'd have to spend the rest of the day worrying about if the truck is parked in a safe spot and if somebody lockpicks into it. So I thought if I took it and parked it safely in a garage, you won't have to worry about either way.
Yeah, you're all good. I mean, I gave you the keys for a reason. I don't mind you using them.
I didn't know, because I didn't know it was in the back, so that's why I looked before I took off, and I was like, oh crap, there's a lot of shit in here, which I didn't expect, but...
It should just be like some
mats.
materials that are about to go bad.
Yeah, fishing equipment and... a few interesting notes.
Don't tell me you looked at my notes.
I mean, if I left my cars and gave you the keys and I had a lot of shit in them, you would not be curious and look into them?
No!
All I'm saying is your relationship with Santa is really cute, and your ideas for the hospital are probably gonna do great shit. Like honestly,
PD.
Oops.
Jesus
Like-
Christ, Ma.
What?
My notes.
I left them there. Who am I gonna go spout to, huh?
I don't know.
Well,
All
right.
I love
You
you.
sleep
I'm
well.
headed to bed.
Oh, you do. Bye bye.
Bye bye. I do feel a headache coming on, so I am gonna rest up before I come back in a couple hours. If I come back tonight, and I probably will. Because I would like... She said there were 6 in this area. And I do want to look back at those train tracks on Alta Street. If last call's open, I might need to swing in and get her a drink. Actually, no, it'll be fine. I'll just have her get food when she wakes up.
Hello.
Hello. Last call open? No. Hey, you doing? How much do you charge for drinks? Just this time.